Good morning, folks. Hey, my name is Peter James, Professor Peter James, and I want to welcome everybody to the Maker Market, the second annual 2019 COD Maker Market. So makers, entrepreneurs, give yourselves a hand. Travis, thank you so much for being here. How are you?
I'm doing great. This is an awesome event.
So let's stay on that. I know, first of all, you are here at COD. I'm not going to go into that right now, but tell me what you think about this event.
Well, it's so great to see this diversity of different entrepreneurs, and I've had the fortunate opportunity to mentor some of the entrepreneurs that are here in other settings to see actually that their products are out here and how they're selling them, how they're discussing them. It's very encouraging.
Absolutely. This is very exciting. I see students who are beginning their entrepreneurial journey, so it's nothing like that by any means. But let's stay on you now. I'll go back to you a little bit. You are here on COD staff. Tell us a little bit about what you do first, and then tell us about your enterprise next.
Yeah, so I am the managing director of Innovation DuPage. So it's a new initiative that COD is one of the founding partners of, in partnership with Choose DuPage and the Village of Glen Ellen. So we are 1 month away from launching our new innovation center, which is in downtown Glen Ellen. Wow. And it's basically opening up a space for entrepreneurs, small businesses, and growing businesses within the region to come in to receive mentorship, to receive coaching, introduction to early investors, mentors, and early staff members.
Wow, that's very exciting. You might see some opportunities here, some students here who might be able to partner with you down the road. So tell me a little bit about your background, if you don't mind, really briefly. How did you get to this point to do something like this?
So a number of years ago, I actually launched my own technology startup. I was fortunate to have it acquired, and from that point on, over the last decade, I have worked and helped build this will be the fourth venture incubator.
Wow.
So working with early technology startups, and that has been taken me from Princeton to Ann Arbor by the University of Michigan, downtown Chicago. And when I heard about this Innovation DuPage program, this is very, very unique that it covers the whole county. So I'm very excited, and COD has been a great supporter of the venture.
It is very exciting. So, and to piggyback on that, the culture here, the entrepreneurship culture here at COD is also exciting, of which Innovation DuPage is a big part of as well.
So we're really excited that there's going to be the ability for us to connect with students in all different fields. Yeah. Everything from development to fashion. There's so many different opportunities of how can we make sure that students, as they're learning new skills, can connect with other entrepreneurs. One, so that they're getting good training, but also as they're kind of building out their resume and what did we do over this period of time, that they can connect with people that help them grow, but ultimately their skills are being utilized to help those companies grow at a faster pace.
Right. That's all awesome. So, in conclusion, this is one of the questions I always ask people that I interview, whether it's on the Entrepreneurship Club or E2, whatever the case may be. You know, knowing then what you know now about entrepreneurship, about businesses, what would you tell your younger self if you were set up in this type of space here, or even for that matter, if you were a student? What would you tell your younger self as you were embarking on your business and entrepreneurship journey?
I think it's vital to learn how to sell.
Yeah, very good.
One, you're going to always be selling your product, but even as you're raising funds, as you're trying to build a team, you have to sell yourself and sell your idea. So I've never felt it was a bad thing, even if you do it for a short amount of time. Go work in a sales position, getting comfortable with using the phone, meet somebody and actually, in a very short amount of time, communicate what you're doing. So sales is a great opportunity just to kind of build what you're trying to do as you launch your venture.
Truer words have never been spoken. Selling yourself, selling your product, selling your service. You have to be able to know how to build those relationships with other individuals.
That's correct,
for sure.
Yes.
Hey, Travis, thank you so much for coming out. Hey, we're going to actually have you go out and do a little bit of interviews too. So we're going to put you to work, man.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Thanks.
That's great. All right, so I'm here with the founders of Style 360. If you could introduce yourself to our audience.
I'm Leilani. I'm the CMO of Style 360.
And my name is Mona. I'm the CEO of Style 360.
Wonderful. So I've had the fortunate opportunity of being able to learn a little bit about your company, but could you tell us, for the audience, why did you launch this, and what is the social mission behind your company? I'll let you hold the mic.
So I really like selling my old items online, and I found that was really difficult to do that. And so what we're trying to do is take people's unworn clothing and recirculate it so that they don't have to purchase new items and tax on the environment that way. We're also trying to fight textile waste as well, so taking in people's old clothing and giving back something that they would wear instead helps fight that and support our mission.
How did this team come together? What's the connection, and are there different positions that each of you play in the process?
All right, so we are from Naperville North, and at Naperville North, they have a class called Business Incubator. And so that's where we came up with Style 360. And we launched in March, and it's, you want to talk a little bit about it?
So we've done over 20 swaps. We currently have 70 items in our stock, and we've saved 129 from landfills, by recirculating to other people. And that 129 items is also 129 items that people don't have to produce new for somebody to wear that same thing. Yeah.
What are ways that you're using social media to promote your brand, and who are some influencers that you're working with that can potentially bring this to a larger audience?
So on social media, what we're doing is we're really trying to promote our service, and it's really not about the service, it's about the bigger picture, which is saving the environment and trying to reduce textile waste. And so on our social media, we're posting different pictures of our stock and the people that have swapped with us.
We have a bunch of customer testimonials on our social media and our website. Just everything that we try to promote on social media as well as our website.
Speaking of social media, where can they find what's your handles and what's the website?
So our Instagram is Style360Team, and our website is thestyle360.com.
And one last question. So what is it that, if I was an investor right now and I had $1 million to cut for you, what is the one thing that you want to tell us about your company that distinguishes you from everybody else?
So there's not a lot of services out there that have a swap-in option. So what happens with people who have a lot of unworn clothing, they have two options to go, which is donate it for free or try selling it online. But selling items online, you're not going to be able to sell, more affordable items online. Say if you buy an item from Forever 21 for $8, that would be incredibly difficult to sell online because to cover shipping, that already costs $7. You would be making $1 off of that. So what we do is we take in brands and items from all across the board in terms of different types of quality to give you back something that you would wear in return.
Well, thank you very much for your time today. This is a great opportunity, and I look forward to following your progress over the years. Bye-bye. You're welcome. All right, I'm here with David, the founder of, tell me the name of your company?
Pie and a Plate Productions, LLC.
Pie and a Plate Productions. I love it. So tell me, how did you design this, and where did the idea come from?
Sure thing. So I actually started designing this game in a web design class of mine in high school. I was a senior in high school, and I had already been programming for about a year and a half at that point. And I was working on a horror game at the time, so this is about my third major game that I've made, first and only published game so far. And I was making it on the low-end computers of that web design class in my high school and playing around just with these basic shapes, right? And I started shooting them and having them fall down hills and whatnot, and I realized, this is an interesting mechanic, It's kind of nice to see these shapes just tumble around randomly, right? So with that, I expanded on it. I started adding different weapons and upgrades and things like that, and the randomization to the levels and to just the player mechanics in general, and thus the GGMT, the Great Geometric Multiverse Tour, was born.
David, how big is your team that took to develop this?
So, at least for this game, I started out as a solo developer. It took me about 12 months in total to develop the game. However, only about 6 of those months were actual time that I was doing development on. So this game is entirely made by me, the graphics, sound, programming, everything like that. But our next game that we're making at Pie and a Plate Productions is called Jet Packerman. It's a dystopian futuristic shooter, and we actually have a small video over there to kind of demonstrate it a little bit. But that is a team of 3. So it's me as the CEO and lead developer of the game, and then we have Amber Warland over there as the lead soundtrack composer, and then we have Andy over there, and he's going to be doing the animation and art for that game. And you can see a little bit of that in the demo that we have right there.
So Amber and Andy, why don't you come on over? I have some questions for the whole team. So did I hear that you produced the music for this, Amber? Not for this. Come on and tell us how do you produce music for video games? This is very interesting. Tell the crowd.
Currently, I am learning more and more about the process, and I'm actually a totally different major. I'm a biology major, but I'm really interested in this. And I have music software that I bought, and I have a bunch of videos that I watch about other people learning and producing different sounds. And with my music program, I've already put a bunch of samples together, and I create songs. I have a few songs already ready that are going to be used.
And they're fantastic. Yeah, she's a fantastic musician. Mm-hmm.
How did the team kind of come together? How did you find each other?
So Amber and I, we've actually been really close friends since freshman year of high school. And then Andy and I, we met, was it last year, I believe, right? Yeah, last year in a COD 3D game development class. Although for most of us, I believe most of us all self-taught, mostly for a lot of this too. A lot of the stuff that we do are projects in our own time. I've actually only ever taken one programming class that has nothing to do with this. Yeah.
So tell us again, which College of DuPage courses did you take, and which was the one that really stood out that inspired you to keep moving forward?
Sure. Well, I'd already been doing game development for a little while. However, I did take the 3D game development class, and I think that really, well, not only helping me meet my lead art and animator here, but it helped me kind of propel just a little bit more, and it taught me to work with a team, right? Because you can't be a solo developer forever if you want to create projects of a larger scale. So it helped me work more intertwined with a team, and it helped me take those skills that I've learned in my own time, kind of as a hobby, and apply them in a more professional setting.
So Andy, Jetpacker Man is launching soon. Can you come and tell us a little bit about it?
So I am the lead animator and the designer for Jetpacker Man. David is the programmer for the game. Oh, sure. Sorry. This game started about 3 months ago. It's still in very early development. Like I said, I'm in charge of the art. We got programmer, and then Amber is the guy who does the music.
And what platforms can we find these on, and how are you making money off of those platforms?
So currently, this game, the GGMT, is on Steam right now. If you come to the COD Maker Market, you could buy it for 40% off, the largest sale that we've ever had. But it sells for $12.99 on Steam with occasional sales here and there. We will expand to console once we have the monetary and just the connections that the values to get into that market. For Jetpacker Man, we would like to also expand it to console as well, but it will be primarily developed and released on PC, also released on Steam, hopefully within about a year or so.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to playing this more, and we'll get some footage of more people playing this. So I'm glad you're here today. Keep up the great work. So I'm very excited to have this opportunity. I actually was able to mentor these gentlemen last week at their school, and I just learned that they're going to be making the new T-shirts for Innovation DuPage and add some twist to our logo. So, gentlemen, introduce yourselves and tell us about your company.
I'm Emilio Rodriguez.
I'm Mohamed Diaby. I'm Eric Lloyd, and we are Mirame.
So this is a very unique story. I'm going to let you tell it because you told me before. Please kind of give us the background and how this is launching.
All right, so first of all, as you can see, Mirame in Spanish means look at me, and Irame without the M in front means clothing in Soninke, which is an African language, which leads us to our main purpose, which is combining African and Mexican culture to provide a unique and new look to the world of fashion and streetwear. Our work is going to be leveraged towards less fortunate communities in places such as Africa, Mali specifically, because I spent 7 years of my life there with my uncle, and he's from Mexico right here. So we're going to be, contributing to these communities, not in the traditional way as people think, donations or charities, because they're not as effective as people think they are. I've been there, and there's a lot of corruption going on. So these charities aren't really helping people out as much as people think. We're going to focus on trying to shift our manufacturing in these countries so we can provide employment so they can actually, work for themselves and not have to depend on our countries in the first place. Right now, we're selling, T-shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, and basic essentials just so people can get the brand out in order for us to, reinvest into the company and make it grow.
So Eric, what attracted you to this team? And if you could you describe what's on the logo for us?
All right, so what attracted me to this company is I've been building websites for a couple of years, and I've been into social media marketing. So what I did was I built the whole website for Mirami, and we put it out. We launched it actually this morning, and so people could actually have the option to buy clothes here or on the website. And then what's on the logo is the eye, because it means look at me. Mirami means look at me. Yes. Muhammad can explain it better.
All right, so as you can see, it is similar to the Eye of Horus, which is very big when it comes to ancient Egyptian history, which leads us back to, us basing off of, African roots and Mexican roots. So the M under it is the same M that we use in our logo and brand name. And then the I is for the look at me, as you can see, which all combines itself into Mirame. So when you see the logo, some people see other things. It depends on, your background. It can tell 1,000 stories.
So for those who are not at the Maker Market today, how can they find this afterwards? And are there any social medias that you're here to promote?
Yes, there is. As you can see, we have flyers out. We have business cards, so you can email us. We have a website going on, mirameapparel.com. You can come see how it's spelled right here, and we also have an Instagram running. In the future, we're going to have, Facebook and Twitter, but right now we're going to be focusing on those two major platforms.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. This is very exciting, and the brand looks awesome. Thanks for being here today.
All right, folks, Peter James here again at the Maker Market. We have an entrepreneur from our local community here, actually from Lisle, and actually you're a fellow Lisle Area Chamber of Commerce board member. We share that in common. So Kirsten, please introduce yourself.
I am Kirsten Peterson, and I am the owner of Four Song Vinyl and Jukeboxes.
So before we go into the details about the Maker Market, and your thoughts about it, what is Four Song?
Oh, we sell records, vinyl records and CDs and cassettes and players and jukebox rentals and jukebox service and sales.
And where are you located? Tell me your address, please.
Downtown Lisle at the corner of Burlington and Main.
And your website, too?
Is www.4asongvinyl.rocks.
So 4A Song in Lisle. So now you're here at COD. What do you think about this Maker Market?
I thought this was, can I turn? I thought this was so cute. Like this girl over here in the back, she's like on it. Like I got this, and this going. I like this guy over here with the shirts and like their whole concept of what they're doing. These girls over here with the clothes is pretty cool too. I like the guy down there with the guitar picks and stuff. So I couldn't get into the eyelash girl, but I've been waiting to get to her too. So I think it's good.
And these are all students, right?
Yeah, and I think these ones are like high school students.
Right, absolutely.
It's great. It's awesome. It's cool.
So here's my last question for you. If knowing then what you know now, especially if your younger self, if the younger Kirsten was here, what would you tell yourself, some advice maybe that you could give to your younger self as you are embarking on your entrepreneurial journey?
Bust out of your comfort zone. Constantly push yourself to do things that you would never think you're going to do. Because you get the results. Network, market, embarrass yourself, market, network.
Did she say network as well? I like that. Step outside of your comfort zone. That is all things that we can't reiterate enough. Kirsten, thank you so much for coming to the second annual Maker Market. And the 4A Song in Lisle, definitely got to check it out. Actually, Saturday is...
Record Store Day. Yeah, Record Store Days, exclusive releases. But what's cool is we have a whole day event. So our neighbors, the Mark on Main and the new Cafe D'Amata, they're going to do some Italian pastries. We're doing breakfast with the bagels. Alter Brewing is going to do a tasting at Lisle Liquors. Seven Sons is going to play, and I get to sing a song with them. And we got some live jazz duo in the morning, which is why I'm picking up the WDCB Jazz for the crate giveaway. Anyway, it's all online on Facebook and stuff like that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kirsten, and thank you guys for listening. We have another guest entrepreneur from our local community, also another Lisle Area Chamber of Commerce board member. Tom, please introduce yourself.
My name is Tom Thornton, and I own a business called Your Promo Partners. And what we do is we make all types of promotional products, put logos on everything from t-shirts and hats to pens, USB drives, you name it, and we will put your logo on it so you can market your business.
So if I wanted a hat made, if I wanted some pens, if I wanted some sneakers with my logo on it, could you do that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, we can do everything you just said. We've done everything from surgical shears for a nursing school to we do the 14-foot high vinyl banners that hang on buildings. So we can do all types of printing.
Very, very, very awesome. So what do you think about this maker market? Isn't it something?
This is great. These guys have a lot going on. They have some great ideas. There's a lot of great talent in this room. I've seen a lot of really interesting things.
Very, very, very awesome. Most of them are just beginning their entrepreneurial journey. So that's kind of awesome, kind of unique as well. If you could put yourself in their shoes and give them some wise words of advice as they embark on this journey, what would you share with them?
When I was starting out, I was very quiet, and you cannot be quiet when you start a new business or when you're just getting started. You got to get out in front of people. You got to talk to people. You can't hide behind a phone or keyboard or whatever. You got to meet people and get your name and your business out there. So.
Very, very cool. Absolutely. You got to be able to know how to promote yourself, for lack of a better word, as well. So, Tom, thank you so much. Tell us a little bit again about where your business is, a website, some stuff, how we can get in touch with you.
You can go to my website at yourpromopartners.com. And I'm located in Lisle, but we service, I have clients all over from downtown Chicago to Florida and California. So we can ship and get your order anywhere. So.
Awesome. Tom, thank you so much for being a part of this maker market, coming out and supporting our students. We truly appreciate you having and being a friend of the College of DuPage.
Anytime.
Awesome. Thank you. We have another special guest that I just wanted to do a quick interview with, John Benton from SCORE. John, how are you?
I'm doing great. This is wonderful.
Excellent. So on that note, what do you think about this? Tell us a little bit about your thoughts.
Well, I heard about this 2 months ago and shared it with some students that I mentor at Naperville North. And the instructor got a couple of teams to show up here. They're learning a lot about what it takes to run a business, what it takes to do what they're doing, which is selling and asking for the order. It's a great opportunity for them and all the other people that are here.
Absolutely. And on that note, tell us a little bit about what you do with SCORE, because it's not far from what you've just described there.
Yeah. SCORE is an organization of 10,000 mentors across the country that help small business grow and start up. We do this for free. We give our time and effort. We do 3 things for small business. We mentor them for free. We offer workshops and roundtable discussions. Last year we had about almost 400 workshops, 5,000 people attend. And then we offer digital resources. Our website has tools and templates for small business that everybody here could use. There's something there for everyone. There's webinars and all kinds of tools that small business can use. I enjoy it. There are about 100 of us in the Chicagoland area that service the area, or work in the area of DuPage and the collar counties.
So out here in DuPage, they do have some SCORE representatives that represent the suburbs?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. So, thank you so much for just coming out to supporting our students here at the College of DuPage. But here's the $100 question, knowing then what you know now about business, and if you had to start this journey all over again, what would you share with your younger self, or what would you share with these students as they embark on their entrepreneurial journey?
What I would share is do something. Don't think it through to the end result. Go do it. If you believe in it and you get the backup that you need or can deserve, you can make it happen. So we have had some students who talk about, we're worried about design. We had 5 or 6 design iterations. Just pick one and go do it. You can be successful that way.
Awesome. Thank you so much, John. John, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you if they needed some of their business advice as well.
Well, SCORE, you can go to SCORE's website, score.org, and there's a link that says you can go find a mentor and put in your zip code, and you'll find a bunch of us who are there that service this area.
Awesome. John, thank you so much for coming out. I truly appreciate you being a part of this for College of DuPage and their Maker Market, their second annual Maker Market. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming out to the Maker Market today. First of all, how are you?
Amazing. That's always the answer. Amazing.
It is quite frankly amazing. What do you think about what's going on here, first of all?
You know what? Like my daughter says, it makes my heart beep to see the magic, the creativity, the innovation of the actual products coming to life. I love it. I really do.
And our students, they're actually doing, we even have some high school students who are selling some of their goods and their services as well. But we're not going to take the time right now to talk about our students right now. I want to hear a little bit about you. So you are actually a COD alumna, correct?
Yes. Graduated with a marketing degree from this amazing institution.
Awesome. And I'm excited because I know my predecessor, Sonny Smith, was one of your professors I just heard as well. Sonny was a good influence on you?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that he was one of the key individuals that helped me really jump on the bandwagon of marketing and public relations.
Awesome. So after COD, what transpired after that? What was your road shortly after you left COD?
I started a marketing agency.
Wow.
And in fact, what was fascinating is that I went to the SCORE organization here at COD to get ideas on how I can start a company, and this actually happened.
And I know that's very inspiring because a lot of our students here are actually taking some business, marketing, and entrepreneurship classes. So to hear the inspirational story about what you're presenting here is phenomenal. Let's fast forward a little bit. You've been doing so much stuff. Let's back it up and begin with your book. Your 13th book, is that what you told me?
Yes.
Wow. Tell me what that's about.
That is a book about aviation. It's a book that aims to inspire children to soar the skies, right?
Wow.
And that could mean a variety of things. Whether my hope is that they look at aviation as a way to, fulfill their dreams as well. But if not, I would hope that they take that into a figuratively kind of way where they're able to think about their dreams and think about how they can achieve those dreams.
Right.
By flying.
And so, wow, 13th book. I'm struggling to do my first one right now as well. But that's just recent stuff. But you also have a marketing firm as well as a publishing firm. Is that what you said there?
Yes, a publishing house.
Wow, tell us a little bit about that if you don't mind.
13 years ago, I created JJR Marketing, which is a full-service B2B marketing PR agency. And it was with the knowledge that I had acquired here at COD. And to me, growing that company the way that we have, and working with Fortune 500 companies.
Wow.
And then about 5 years ago, I had an opportunity to create a publishing house. Because after publishing, 8, 9 books, people were coming up to me like, hey, how do I write my book? How do I make this happen? And I decided to create from that demand, create an opportunity to help them.
Good for you. And then also on top of all of this stuff, what I really love about what I read about you is how you give back to society, how you give back to people. You're very altruistic to a certain extent. Tell a little bit about what you do with young women as well. Just give us a little dabble about what you do, if that's okay.
Wow. So I have 2 nonprofit organizations. Wow. I have one in the United States that it's called the Fig Factor Foundation. It's helped support 112 young Latinas through our leadership program, mentorship in the context of sisterhood. So our aim with that is to let them know that they have something amazing inside and they can achieve their dreams by becoming full citizens of the society and full, leaders of the world. And in Mexico, I created another nonprofit organization to build a youth center that will help the youth in my hometown get exposed to incredible things so that they can find their passion.
Wow.
So
you're an inspiration to Latino women. You're an inspiration to minorities across the country. One of the things I always ask people whenever I interview them, especially here on COD, if you put yourself back here in these shoes again, your younger self, And if knowing then what you know now, what would you tell a younger Jackie as she was working the maker market, or even just in this type of environment here? What kind of words of inspiration would they be?
First, I would say to believe in myself more, because I think that so many times I doubted my own abilities. I knew that I had something inside that my mom describes as love for people, for community, for the world, really. I mean, just this love that just comes out. And we all have that.
Yeah.
So if I would have connected more to that this amazing force of nature that would allow me to believe more in myself.
Yeah.
If you would have said to me, you're gonna have 13 books, you're gonna have 2 nonprofits, travel the world to speak, be one of the few Latina airplane pilots in the US, and have 2 successful companies at the age of 35, I would have been like,
wow.
No, that's not possible. But I think the compound effect of what the students do today and what they do tomorrow and the next day creates magic at the end, and it eventually leads to something. It leads to manifesting their dreams, and that's what I'm living right now. I've planted so many seeds of love with every encounter, with every relationship, that now, years and years later, since I was 19, I've been in this business world.
Wow.
And I'm 35, well, 36 tomorrow, but
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We're celebrating big.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much for sharing your time here with our students who are selling their products and their services. So we have a big ask of you. I want to see if I would like to ask you if you can go around and talk to our students a little bit, maybe kind of inspire them, tell them a little bit about what you're doing, but maybe even find out a little bit about what they're doing. I think that would be phenomenal. You are a blessing and a great representation of the College of DuPage. So thank you so much in advance for doing this, and thank you so much just for being here as well. I appreciate it. Awesome.
Let's do it.
Absolutely, let's go.
Ready? Now we are here with
Danielle.
Danielle. She is a little nervous, but don't be, because part of creating a product and a company is for people to see it, right? And that's how you get the word out, so that you can sell more of your products. So tell us a little bit about the why and the passion for creating these beautiful products here. And I'm going to turn around here.
Well, I used to make necklaces as presents for my aunts, uncles, and grandparents. And then I made one for a friend for high school graduation. She actually asked where I bought it. I told her it was handmade, and she was shocked.
Wow. So you started as a hobby, something that you started to enjoy, and now you turned it into a business. Could you tell us when you made that switch? Was it when your friend told you, or were more people asking you where you got the products from?
It was a little farther down the line. I recently decided to try turning it into a business. So just starting out and putting my foot in the water.
Wow. And that's the beauty of entrepreneurship. You begin with something that you are passionate about, and then when people start asking you about the product and they start to experience the product, then eventually gets to a point where you're like, I think I want to start a business with it. So what are your plans going into the future? What do you want to do now with your new business?
Try to advertise it more. Have an Etsy account online under the same name, Beaded Shamrock. So I have to put more postings on there and then hopefully expand from there.
So Beaded Shamrock, you can find her on Etsy. And I think when you have a business, you have to think of all the kinds of ways that you can promote it. And today is an amazing way to make that happen. The Maker Market here at College of DuPage. Congratulations for starting a new business. Thank you. So here we are with Marita. Marita, what is the name of your company?
Marita Valdizan Art.
Marita, right. And you know what is interesting? I've actually seen her beautiful art in the community. I have visited a gallery, and I've seen her art, and then I come here to the Maker Market here at College of DuPage, and like, wow, I think I've seen your art pieces. And she confirmed that you are at the gallery in West Chicago.
West Chicago, yeah. Chicago.
That's wonderful. So tell us about this fascinating 3D art with wire, right? Is that what you, and I know you're going to do a little demonstration, but this is fascinating. If you can zoom into some of her pieces. So you have these beautiful paintings with 3D elements coming out of the paintings. I'm always fascinated when I see an artist that has a multifaceted creative angle. So she's using it for standalone pieces, she's using it for jewelry, she's using it as 3D elements that come out of a painting. Tell us where you get your inspiration. This is fascinating.
Yeah, I get the inspiration when I have everything around me, my kids, the colors around me, and I love to make metal crochet because I don't need a special space to make it. And I am a mom for 2 kids, and I could make wherever place I've been.
Like right now, she's going to show us the magic that she creates with this beautiful wire. So tell us, can you explain what your...
This is a Peruvian stitch. I'm from Peru. And this is the technique. It's the easy technique, and you don't need special supplies. You only need wire and crochet hook and one beautiful bead to make jewelry, or in the case of mixed media, you make, you could make wherever you want, and I make with the LED lights, and I wire crochet everything. Every wire fine.
I love that. I see you have this beautiful necklace. Wow. That is so beautiful. So when you are ready to create a new piece, how do you find that source of inspiration? How do you get in the zone, right? Like when I'm about to go on stage, when I'm about to do an interview, when I'm about to do something, I always like take that moment, take a deep breath, and like get in the zone. How do you get in the zone to create such beautiful pieces?
When my kids are sleeping, that's the best time of my life. Yeah, that's the inspiration came at that time when I have a calm and everything. It's a.
Have you gotten them like in the middle of the night too, where you wake up and you're like, wow, I want to create something?
Yes, it happens for me. Yeah, or dream something and I, go and take a paper and draw in that and, sketch something and yeah.
That's beautiful. When did you decide to go from canvas to jewelry to other standalone pieces?
That is a good question. I'm start to make jewelry. Tiny pieces, and then I make wearable art like this, inspired in the Nazca lines from Peru, and then I realized, oh, how cool! I could use mixed media art to make wire crochet, and the creator of the Peruvian stitch, he recognized me last year because I am the only person around the world make mixed media art like this.
That's so beautiful. Congratulations. May your source of inspiration continue and create more magic for us to see the beautiful pieces that you create. Thank you. So now we are at the Boba Bar and Company, one of my favorite things in the world. So it's biased. I wanted to come and visit with you. So tell us about the inspiration behind your company.
So like you said, we actually just really love bubble tea, and we always go to drink it. And we just thought that there wasn't enough bubble tea stores around the area, and we wanted to bring it to COD. So this is our own rendition of bubble tea with our own recipes, and we really want to focus on like more urban and modern designs, as well as community-based efforts. And yeah.
I love that. And what do you think makes you different? When you look at, obviously you make your own recipes. Is there a culture behind the company that you want people to know about? The why behind it, the core values, the things that make you, Boba Bar Company.
Yeah, so we're actually all dancers, and we also want to promote dancers in a way more than just dance. And so we also want, by this, we want to represent like a more like urban community, and which is why we're basing our design styles more modern. And yeah, so that's really what we're trying to do, just make more modern things, and like as we continue to grow, we want to bring bubble tea into different activities, like into dance battles and also like music festivals and stuff like that, so that people can learn more about bubble tea, and it's just a fun and enjoyable drink. So
I love that. So you're saying that because you're all dancers, you dance while you're making the bubble tea. The bubble tea, is that?
We can if you want to, but in that aspect, it's just that we know a lot more like people in the dance community. And so while we do our bubble tea, we also want to promote music and dance and like also like t-shirt designs as well. So
I love that. So that would make you unique. That would give you a unique selling proposition. You know, people coming in and having that experience. So what are your distribution channels right now?
right now, our distribution channels are on our website. We're about to open our online shop for t-shirts, and we're going to have a couple new designs. We literally just started, and this is actually our first event. But we also are opening at UIC in 2 weeks on April 24th. We'll also be having another booth, and we'll also be in another month, we're going to be hosting at an Asian cultural festival in downtown Chicago. Details are still to come, but yeah, so more to look forward to.
I love that. So you're using a variety of, the guerrilla marketing, the events, and coming to the people, right, to experience that, and that's wonderful. That's a beautiful way to start a business, because then you get in touch with the people at ground level, and then you begin to create influencers and followers, and that's wonderful. I wish you all the success. I do want to try the bubble tea. I have to try it because I tried the coffee with Coke, which I've never had that. Wow, I feel like I'm so excited. So can I try your signature?
So we do have free samples. We have the milk tea and the Thai tea right now. The Thai tea has been a little bit more popular in the event, but milk tea is also one of the most common drinks that most people order. So
I think I'll try the Thai.
The Thai tea?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's.
Did you want to try it with tapioca as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, do you want to tell us what you're doing while you're making this? You don't have to give the secret recipe. I know he's shy, but that's, you know what? When you're an entrepreneur, you got to get out there.
So go ahead. All of our stuff is already pre-made so that we don't have to make them while you're waiting. So we already cooked the tapioca. We just scooped it into the cup for you, and then we had the pre-made Thai tea, which is freshly brewed from Thai leaves, and then we add non-dairy creamer and sugar into it. So
I love that. Oops, son. Oh, wow. Delicious.
Thank you.
Wow.
Good?
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Anything that you want to say to the audience?
Come visit our booths. We'll hopefully come to COD in the future again. And yeah, just come visit the Makers Market.
And go to their website to buy some bubble tea. Do you do that for events?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So we have our website. It's bobabarco.com. And we're actually selling our t-shirts right now. It's $15. And then all drinks here are $3.50. And then tapioca is 50 cents.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Congratulations. And may you dance your way to success. Today, I'm going to interview this amazing gentleman from the soccer shop. Could you tell us about the vision of your business and why you decided to start it?
Definitely. Well, first things first, my name is Fernando. So definitely, I just wanted to do something that I'm very passionate about and something I have knowledge on. So I actually do collect soccer jerseys. So at the end of the day, I was like, hey, I'm in college, I need some money. So why not sell some? And I also have some soccer shoes here as well. And as I was telling my professor, shout out to Peter James, that usually what I do is I try to do bargain hunting. So I try to shop at like either a TJ Maxx or like a Ross or like a Burlington. And what they usually do, they just sell official soccer merchandises for cheap. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to flip it that way, like I said, I'm trying to make some money. That's why I'm here.
So is that like flipping a house, but you're flipping jerseys by purchasing them from, at a discounted price and then creating a market? I mean, people are fanatics about soccer. I mean, around the world, right? From South America up to Europe, I mean, everywhere in the world. I think it's probably the most played sport in the world. So do you have a special technique that you use when you're going to the stores? Are you looking for something specific? Or do you wait till you get the demand to see what types of jerseys people are looking for and then find them? Or what is your strategy to find the best jerseys around?
So if you guys can see right here, definitely what I do, and like I did mention, I do go to the stores I did talk about. Usually a jersey that has the name and official number on the back, usually it's worth around $120. And the best thing about bargain hunting is that I got this jersey for $20. So right there, I could definitely flip it. Obviously trying to make not $120, but anything in the like $80, $90 range is a profit for me. So that's what I usually do. Like I did say, since I am passionate about this, I do have a lot of knowledge about what is official and what is not official. And same thing goes with the shoes as well. Most of the shoes I have here in stock are worth around $200, and I get them really cheap for like about $45. So the way I see it is I gotta take advantage of the market, and if I could get this stuff for cheap and sell it for a higher price than what I paid for, I'm definitely in the right market.
Yeah, I think that's a great business model. I mean, people do that all the time, right? They buy products in bulk, they buy them at a discounted price, and then they turn around, they market them, they sell them. What are you looking for going forward? I mean, if this were to take off in the way that you envision it, what are going to be your next steps? Like, what is your vision to make this even bigger than it is right now?
So what I did just recently start was a Instagram for my business, and the way I see it is based on the people I know through soccer, I do coach as well, so through soccer, through coaching, through other methods, through friends and family. This is the way it could definitely grow. That way, let's say for example, someone comes in and buys a jersey right now, they're gonna be like, oh hey, I know this guy, he has a shop. That way I build a rapport with the customers and with the people I know. That way I can network and help the business grow as well through people I don't know, handing out business cards here today, and through people I do know through Instagram and just contacting people like that.
I love that. Well, congratulations. I think you found a very interesting niche. I mean, people love soccer, like I mentioned, and so keep it up. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Any final words?
Yeah, definitely. If you can follow my business account, it is Fernando Soccer Shop, and it's pretty easy. My first name and the soccer shop, and just definitely check it out. And I will be posting there soon. And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. We are at Bloom by the Sun, for the sun. Tell us a little bit about the name and how you came up with that cool name.
So the whole process of a flower blooming kind of is me blooming into an artist. So it's very difficult, even when you're in the rut, you can still bloom, I guess. So painting is very difficult for me. Sometimes I get very frustrated and when it's not working out, but I end up loving it no matter what. So
Doesn't seem like it's frustrating because it's so beautiful. Look at these pieces. Wow. Could you tell us, I see different techniques here. I see, I actually had an opportunity to attend a course and they taught us like how to do some of the beautiful, like water dripping or something with the paints and it creates these beautiful patterns. But I see you using different techniques. You're using it in different pieces, jewelry you're using. Could you tell us like what different techniques you use and which one is your favorite?
good question. So my favorite would be the pouring. So it's not technically pouring. It's a very good composition of color for me. Like I need to make sure each color is evenly on the canvas. So I'll pour the paint originally and move it around. And then if I need more color over here, over there, I'll put more color. Different techniques I use silicone, I use a torch for the little bubbles to come up. And then other techniques, I'll really just paint each color on. Instead of pouring it on and letting it flow, I'll mix them all together myself. So the whole process takes at least 2 hours to mix all the paint together and all the colors. So it's a very fun process for me. It's like a meditative process.
So you sort of start out with like feeling a little like, okay, this is not super easy, and then you start like getting into it, you start mixing the colors, you start to see the beauty come to life, and then you like bloom as an artist with every paint. When do you know that you've completed the painting?
That you really have really good questions. I love it. That is the hardest part. It's like, for me, I'm a perfectionist. Nothing to me is really complete, but it's like a good process to like let go and stop messing with it. You know, it looks good how it is. It's a very hard process, and I'm still trying to learn it. But for me, I just need to take a step back. I'll take 20-minute break, and I'll come back, and I'm like, oh, I love it. It's just like a little break in between is a good process for me.
Yeah, and I think, you know, what she's saying is something that we all can learn from, because a lot of times we get in the rut, you mentioned that, as entrepreneurs, and you're thinking, okay, is it good enough? Do I have something that people will actually buy? And then you get into this, like, is it complete? Is it going to be liked by people? And then you start to see that people start to resonate with that. And I think that's a beautiful confirmation. The fact that you're here showcasing your pieces is a beautiful confirmation that you're on the right path. And even if you sometimes feel that doubt as an artist and like, okay, is it going to be perfect, or is it complete? Is it ready? That you're actually going out there. You know, a lot of us might have ideas, but we don't do anything with them. And I really admire the fact that you are making this, you're making this happen. Talk to us about the business side of the operation, because it's a very important part. As you know, it's not just creating the piece, but also managing the business and managing the expectations and the vision and the growth. And that's, I think, why events like this are so important. So tell us about what you plan on doing for growth.
So for growth, I definitely feel I should get my website a little bit more together. Although on the business side, that is another aspect you need to do. You need a website, you need business cards. I designed everything. I designed my posters, my brochures, my business card. That's all me designing. I didn't pay anybody to do it. For the future, I want to do more markets like this. I would love to do flea markets. This is just a great opportunity overall to get feedback from people and just put yourself out there. You know, I'm just throwing myself in the middle of the ocean and swimming back to shore a little bit. But it's good. It's a really, really good opportunity, and I just want to keep growing. I ask people, like, what pieces do you like? Like, what could I improve on? Which everybody has different desires and different things that they like, so I'm not obviously going to take that to heart, but I'm definitely going to take their recommendations. Like, somebody said they like that piece and focus on that. I'll be like, okay, you know what? People like it. If a lot of people say that, it's like overall consensus, I'll keep doing that type of art. So
I love that. I think what you're talking about is getting feedback so that as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you could apply that feedback and continue to grow. And it's market research. I mean, market research to a marketer like I is like candy. It's like I live for market research and analyzing that data to be able to then create sound processes and systems that I can apply back into the business to continue to grow. So kudos to you. Congratulations. I hope you continue to follow your heart and continue to bloom so that you can create these beautiful pieces for the whole world to appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Jackie, this was a great event. What are your thoughts as you walked around a little bit, talked to our students? What are you just thinking overall from your perspective?
I think it was fascinating to see the creativity of the students and how diverse this community is. I mean, every single one of them following their heart, creating something out of nothing, creating an idea, concept, and bringing it to market. I think what you've done is phenomenal.
I can't take credit for it all. Bev Carlson had more to do with it than I did, of course, but even just your presence here was a big inspiration to myself, but definitely to our students as well. As they move forward in their careers, what are some maybe lasting remarks that you might have for them to take away from this?
Well, I think that it's always important to be grateful in every step of the journey, whether you're starting a business, whether you're graduating College of DuPage and going on to another institution. It's always important to have gratitude in your heart, remembering those people that helped you get to where you are.
Absolutely.
Very important. The second thing is that I see a lot of, in interviewing a lot of the students, I see that they have their craft figured out.
Sure.
But my advice would be to spend more time on the business side, to really create those systematic processes and systems to be able to grow. And I think that's what it takes to create that sustainability, right? Starting a company is one thing, but keeping that company alive is a whole nother thing. And you need to be able to have that fortitude and that process and that system in place to be able to get you back on track if difficulty arises, which happens in every business. So those would be my two recommendations.
She's talking concepts after my own heart. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for making this a great event another year. Hopefully we can have you back again.
Yes, I'm in for 2020.
Thank you guys. See you.